All right, all right. What's up, y'all? It's a bit of truth. This is your host O, and I like to introduce the other host with me today.
Yo, this is Dan. How y'all doing?
This is Smiles. What's up? What's up?
It's your girl Kia. How y'all?
All right, now that's everybody. So today's topic is change. Change, is it good or bad in a relationship?
Yeah,
So
man.
we just gonna go around the table, and everybody's gonna get their point of view, and then we're gonna have open talk.
All right. So, I guess I'll go first then. I feel like it's both. I feel like it's a bit of both. It's good and it's bad, depending on what type of change is going on, honestly. You know?
That's all you got for us, Smiles?
Yeah, I'm gonna hear what the rest of y'all have to say first, and then.
All right. Who's going next?
All right, so change. I feel like change is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, it's necessary because without it's about adapting and adjusting to your environment and the person that you're with. If a person likes organization, then you're automatically going to start adapting and adjusting over due time of being with a person that, okay, well, you want my shoes over here, or you want my shirts over here, or you like the dirty clothes hamper over here, or you like certain things the way that you like them. And by you being with somebody and wanting to be with somebody, you're automatically going to start grasping in to changing and adapting to your significant other. But if you're not really into it, you're not gonna adapt and adjust to it. And then which creates the argument. So that's why it becomes a good and a bad situation.
Good point.
All
Good
right
point. Good
now.
point. Good point. Good point. Um, like Jen said, it is necessary. You know what I'm saying? Because change is necessarily good overall. However, let's say, prime example, I'm a stud. My wife met me as a stud, but then now all of a sudden I want to transition to become a trans man. Now that change might be good for me, but that change might not be good for her because now she feel like she's no longer in a lesbian relationship. So that's what I mean by it could be good and it could be bad.
Right. Good
You
point.
Oh,
know?
Good, good, good.
Yeah.
I feel like it could be good and bad. And I say it could be good because, say for instance, y'all start wanting to work out together, go to the gym together, start planning date nights maybe twice a month. That's something that's changing within the relationship, and that can help build and grow a stronger relationship, better intimacy, or whatever the
Right.
case may be. So I feel like that's a positive change.
For sure.
And
For
on the
sure.
negative side of things, I feel like change sometimes can be, oh, maybe your partner's becoming distant, or maybe they're starting to do things that you guys used to do together without you. So now you're questioning your relationship, like, okay, well, did I do something wrong? Why is my partner moving this way? So that change in aspect can be negative.
Mm-hmm.
But to go off of what you guys said, yes, change definitely, is adaptable, and it all depends on the person you're with. If that person is willing to accept that change, it can essentially be good for the both of y'all. If they're looking at it like, oh, I don't like this, or "Ooh, why you doing this or why you doing that," then yeah, it's a negative for the relationship. But it goes both ways in a relationship, in all honesty. Like, and again, it depends on who you are and who you're with.
For sure. For sure. For sure. So I guess so. What is the main things in y'all relationships that y'all had to change, and what was the consequences of it?
That's a good question. I could reply first. I say one of the main things were more communication, because we didn't really have that comfort to where we're able to talk to each other about any and everything. So that was something that we had to build and adapt to and even go through counseling with. to learn how to talk to each other and not at each other. So
Mm,
that was a positive change.
mm.
And also, I would say intimacy. And intimacy is not always, sex. It's
Right. We all sex.
cuddling. It's cuddling. It's spending time with one another, learning each other's love languages and things like that. So that was also another change that, was something that was held in my relationship.
So I'm listening to y'all, right? And everything sounds great, but who are we really changing for?
Ourselves.
When right, right, because you have to put that out there. You can't change for your partner
Oh,
because
absolutely
it's
not.
only going to be temporary.
Yeah, indeed.
Yes.
It
Indeed.
has to be something that you want for yourself
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
and your relationship as a whole. It can't just be for your partner.
Oh, absolutely
For
not.
sure.
So I want
Yeah.
to put that out there because, a lot of people think that, when your partner thinks, oh, well, my partner wants me to change. It's not that I want you to change. We need to be growing.
Mm-hmm.
Changes,
Mm-hmm.
changes inedible, excuse me, tongue tied, inevitable
I know what you
for
mean.
growth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to stay stagnant in life. Like, who
Mm-hmm.
wants to
Right.
stay stagnant?
Exactly.
You
That's
have
yep.
to grow.
Yeah.
You have to change in order to grow.
Yeah.
But on top of that, it's like people are scared
Yes.
of
Yes.
I was
change.
about to
Like,
say
what are
that.
you scared of change for? What is so scary to
Because people
change?
think change is a sign of weakness.
Yeah.
We have
And they
been
also get
taught that
comfortable.
Yeah,
change
they
is
get too
weakness.
complacent.
Right. But why?
Cause they
Why
Yeah,
get
is
they
it
why?
get
People
yeah,
tend to
like
changing
get
every day around us?
people tend to
But
Society
get
is
some
stuck in their
changing.
ways. Yeah.
Yeah, well, people should wake up, really.
but sometimes change.
people should
No,
wake up.
people need to wake the fuck
Y'all been
up. No,
sleeping for
they
far
really
too
do.
long.
Like, they need to wake the fuck up. Like, the world is just moving and growing and changing. So you really going to
Mm-hmm.
stay in 1945? Shit don't work
People
like
do
that
that,
no more.
unfortunately. Yeah.
I
You
think
got to find a new
Unfortunately.
old school way. I'm old school. Speaking of old school, I like old, you know, old stuff. They say, oh, the man is supposed to take out the trash or this, and that, and the third. Okay. I was brought up in a household where, everybody kind of had their place.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Hmm.
that because I like structure. But fuck
Hmm.
all of that shit. If you see the goddamn trash full, take your
Organization.
motherfucker out.
yeah.
We
For
all
Exactly.
got
sure.
the same goddamn place in this household because it's ours.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
People are
I
afraid of
think
the
it's just a lot
unknown
of hate.
though. You know what I'm saying? Like people are not always willing to embrace the unknown. The unknown is scary because you don't know if you're gonna land on your feet. You don't know if your partner changes too much, they may not find you attractive anymore. They may not desire you anymore because I've
Well,
seen.
maybe that's not the person for you.
But I'm that's
Right?
the point. That's the point I'm trying to make here. Like people are afraid to leap out sometimes and do something different. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen a lot of people where a couple was maybe heavy set, right? Both couples was heavy set. One couple was losing weight. They both was working out, but one person started losing weight more. Then now they want to, be more adventurous. And then that person is afraid of change. So they stay in their old ways. And that person that's changing leaves them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then that other person's like, oh, see, you changed too much.
Mm.
Hmm.
So it's like, where do you go?
Or
Like, what do
they
you do to
or they look
change?
at it or they look at it in a negative light and say, so why you trying to lose weight?
Right,
Because
right.
they
Mm-hmm.
scared.
Exactly.
Why you trying to do this?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why
That's
you
a
trying
person
to do that? What
problem.
you mean? Why am I trying to do this? Because I don't like the way I look,
Oh,
and I want
Yeah.
to change the way I look.
oh
What's
yeah.
wrong with that?
Oh, well, you wasn't
How
like
about
that when
you
I first
join me?
met you. Now you want to switch it up? Like
Yeah, what are you talking
people
about?
crazy out here.
It's time for me to change the
Yeah.
way I look because I'm unhappy with the way I look. What's wrong with that?
Right. Right.
If you got a real partner, your partner will be receptive to the change that you want for yourself.
Yeah.
It's
Hmm.
just that simple. Because first, in order for you to change for anybody else, you got to want to change for you. And
Yeah.
if you want to change for you, maybe they'll fall in line and be like, okay, I see you eating healthy. I see you looking weight. You looking real good with that healthy weight. Let me get on this train.
Yeah. Grow with
And
Yeah,
me.
y'all can
and
do
Grow
then
it
with
y'all
me.
together.
grow
Right, for
together.
sure. Yeah,
Exactly.
change with me.
And
Shit.
then look, and that's the one that I was saying, to adapt and adjust.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yes.
see your partner doing it, and you like, okay, I want to support you. I want to, you know what I mean? So
Yep.
I'm gonna stop buying snacks in the house because you're not eating snacks.
Right.
Mhm.
Because I want to make sure that you get to where you want to get to, and I'm gonna get sexy too. That's
Right.
that's
Okay.
the change of the adoption right there
Mhm.
of
And
the
it's all being
relationship.
supportive.
Yeah.
For
Yes.
sure.
Like, that's all part of being in a relationship. Like, why are you in a relationship if you can't support your partner? You should be
Hmm.
able to find strength in within each other. Where I'm weak, you're strong, and vice versa.
Yeah, I
And
Hmm.
agree.
build
And
your partner up. Motivate them.
exactly. And I think a lot of people forget that, we're supposed to be a partnership. I
Yeah.
understand it might be difficult for you. I'm not asking you to jump no hurdles, but we can do this together.
Yeah.
This is
Exactly.
for our greater good.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
At the end of the day, we are each individuals. And there are things in life with time that we're going to want to change about ourselves, or it don't even have to be a physical change. It can be something emotionally, a career, or whatever the case may be. When you're in a relationship, you want and look for that support from your person. You know what I mean? You
Hmm.
Yeah.
want and look for that, you know, I got you no matter whatever decision it is that you make. I'm here. I'm riding with you, whatever. That's what we look for in our partner. So, again, change, yes, it can be good, it can be bad. A lot of times people do tend to make a positive thing into a negative, but that's just that person's ego, maybe, or maybe they're self conscious about something, but they putting that off on you now. So
Yeah.
then what do you do?
Right. You stay the same or you just change anyway.
Right.
Sure.
Mhm.
But that's why I feel like change is necessary, because it makes your relationship grow, and it makes it not complicated. It makes it not rough for you to go through arguments. You go through arguments because it's no change.
Right.
You get what
Facts.
I'm saying? You going through arguments because I told you I don't like that, and you
Mhm.
constantly keep doing it. So you're not changing
Mhm.
for me.
Right.
You're not trying to adapt and adjust to your partner or to the environment that you're in.
Okay,
I also
so
feel like change builds character in a relationship too.
yeah.
Because, say, for instance, you're in a relationship with someone for 10 years. So, y'all still going to be doing the same thing that y'all was doing year one?
Oh,
No, y'all going to
oh,
change and go about things differently. Maybe,
Hmm.
try being a little more adventurous, trying something different to keep the spice in the relationship and stuff like that. So, that's where change takes place.
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay, so on that note, for me, I have this saying, how you get me is how you keep me. So
Mm,
that kind of change for me would be bad. Um,
mm,
if we were going on dates and we were taking walks and we was consistent on, certain activities, I
yeah.
expect those activities to continue throughout our
Hmm.
entire relationship, because those are the activities that helped us bond,
Yeah.
that
True.
helped us get to know one another. We obviously enjoyed it because we kept repeating it. So when it
Yeah.
stops, I have a problem, because now I'm thinking, well, something else stopped, something else changed.
Yeah.
So that's a bad change for me.
Mm.
But what if in that change it may not stop solely, but it's not as often as you'd like it to be?
And that's a lot of problems in relationships, because why is it not often? What are we doing so much in our life that we forget about each other, that we spend less time with one another?
Working.
I get
Yeah.
that.
Achieving goals because that's the thing too, right?
But bro, that has to be a ooh, smiles.
Wow.
That has to be a goal as well. Like, your relationship should be number one, just
Hmm.
like your
But
education.
that's
It,
a
it
part of
has to be.
change, sis. Like let's say like for real, like you know, we, as a couple, you know what I'm saying, especially the dom